Welcome to Geekosity. My name is John. I am joined by
Kyle.
and
Danny.
D-Bag. This is the podcast where we play board games, card games, talk about geeky things, review geeky things, discuss geeky things, do geeky things, then each other, and then the game.
Yes.
Yes. Today we are playing Stupid Deaths. Basically, we read off cards, or stupid deaths, and we have to determine if it is a true stupid death or a made-up one. These are actual, besides the made-up ones, historical deaths that have been documented.
All of these deaths are true, even the false ones.
Even the false ones. What?
Wait.
So the way that it works, you get one right, you get to move up,
You get one wrong, the Grim Reaper moves,
and you get to stay where you are.
and if both of us that are guessing get it wrong, he moves 2 spaces.
The reader.
Well, and death.
Yeah.
All right. The first one, Frederick Varnez, born 1855, died 1878. That guy was only 23. That sucks.
No one likes you when you're 23.
Trying to recreate the legend of William Tell, Frederick placed an apple on the top of his head. His father shot his arrow, attempting to split the apple. Unfortunately, the arrow missed its mark, killing the apple of his father's eye.
Oh. True.
False.
It is, in fact, false.
Oh.
I'm white.
This reminds me of Shel Silverstein.
That's right. You're gray. And he's a period.
This reminds me of the Shel Silverstein poem. William Tell, take your arrow, grip it well. There's the apple, aim for the middle. Oh well, just missed by a little.
I don't think I've ever read anything from her.
I have.
It was a guy.
Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Never read it.
a great book.
I believe that this was from Falling Up.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I've seen the book. I know what the book looks like. I've never read the book.
It's like
and been told, you need to read the book. It's so good. I'm like,
it's
cool. Let me have your copy.
It's
No.
like a book of like little poems and stuff.
No.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I read it in high
where
school.
Where the Sidewalk Ends is another one.
Yeah.
He also wrote a book, Lafcadio. It's about a lion.
Like, I read that book when I was in high school when I didn't read anything. Like, I didn't care what my teachers told me I had to read. It wasn't getting read. But I read that book.
I did not.
You didn't want to?
Nope. All right, next one. Bridget Driscoll. Born 1851, died 1896. Unfortunately, Driscoll was the first pedestrian ever killed by a car in the UK. One witness described the concept car as traveling at a reckless speed. In fact, like a fire engine. The car horn wasn't invented until 1908.
I thought it was false, but that car horn thing does actually sound kind of accurate.
I don't even know because the way that my thumb is, that's how I picked it up, so.
True.
You think it's true?
True.
Kyle thinks it's true. It is indeed true.
Holy crap.
Yay!
Like, I thought it was fake. It's like really the first pedestrian killed. But then, the horn wasn't invented yet. Oh, crap. That sounds like an accurate thing.
Next one, Frank Hayes. Born 1888, died 1923. Jockey Frank Hayes won his last horse race despite being dead. He suffered a heart attack mid-race, but his body remained on his horse, Sweet Kiss, as they crossed the finish line.
Huh. I've heard of dead last, but never dead first.
He was a dead ringer.
Dead man riding.
Oh, man.
Dead on arrival.
Mm-hmm.
First.
It was a cadaverific race.
I'm gonna go false.
I'm also going to go false.
The answer is true.
Huh.
Fudge nuggets.
I just wouldn't figure the jockey would. Well, I mean, if he died, maybe he was gripping the reins tight enough
Or
to
he
where.
was buckled in.
Yeah.
Or he just fell into the horse's mane.
Yeah, but the problem is they're like the horse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Does it involve such things?
Not. Well, I don't know. I haven't read it yet. But I would assume no. Conchita Martinez. Born 1950, died 1978. Why am I getting the young people? Conchita of Spain was a big fan of sea swimming. One particularly sunny morning, Conchita was warned that swimming at the local beach would be dangerous due to the amount of jellyfish in the water. Conchita laughed it off and died from an allergic reaction to jellyfish stings.
This was in Spain,
Yes. See.
where
See-
it always rains.
See,
False.
my thing is, as soon as they started, she was warned that
True.
swimming at the local beach
The
Local
local
beach would be dangerous. I thought we were going to have a Jaws thing.
I thought we were too.
I'm gonna go true.
I'm saying false.
False.
Fuck a duck.
It was Jaws.
Okay. I draw the card. I got a young one.
Yeah.
Scott Scooter, in quotations, Tetro. Born 1959, died 1979. Scott decided to bungee jump from a railroad trestle bridge. He taped
Aw.
together numerous bungee cords, the type you might use to clip a bag to a bike, and attempted the 70-foot jump. He died when his body hit the pavement below. Police measured the cords and discovered the length was over 70 feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's too dumb for me to say false.
That's just.
I'm gonna say false.
That dude was brain dead.
He definitely was when he hit the
Brain
pavement.
dead, and then he was dead.
It is indeed false.
Damn it.
Just one, thank you. I said just one, thank you. What were you doing with these cards? They're sticky.
Chisel.
I didn't do it. Pearl Craddock. Born 1845, died 1883. Pearl's husband James was a British Army officer. When his gambling caught up with him, his disgrace left him only one noble option: to shoot himself. Unfortunately, Pearl was in the next room, and their thin walls allowed the bullet rather ignobly to reach her as well.
False.
I'm gonna go false.
Correct answer is false.
I do not believe that at that time period he would be able to shoot through him, through the wall, through her.
Yeah.
I do not buy it. Sylvester H. Roper. Three's Company.
I
Born
was gonna say Stallone.
Born 1823,
That
died
was sly.
1896. Hey! He was 73 when he died. Roper invented the steam velocipede, recognized by some historians as the world's first motorbike. While riding a later version of his steam engine bike, he fell off and was found dead of a heart attack. It was never determined whether the heart attack caused the fall or vice versa. Really got roped into that.
I'm gonna go true.
True.
Unfortunately, it is true.
Yay! How's the old man getting so far ahead?
Clearly, I have a better life than you guys.
He's more familiar with death.
Ah, makes sense now.
Yeah.
And how to avoid it.
Sir Samuel Pennant. Samuel Pennant was the Lord Mayor of London. He was also a sheriff of the city and sat in judgment at the Old Bailey. It was there that he contracted typhus following an outbreak of the disease caused by unhygienic conditions in Newgate Prison, which adjoined the court.
I didn't understand half that shit.
Dude got typhus from a jail cell that was directly next to the court that he presided over.
Yes. What he said. I just read the words.
True.
False.
It is indeed true.
Fuck.
The old man's doing all right here. Dorothy Dry.
Was she?
Evidently. Born 1851, died 1893. Dry had an extraordinary gift for avian biology. She lived with the animals and ultimately died with them. On an expedition to South America, she became the first known human infected with avian pneumonia, which she contracted from broad-tailed parrots.
I'm gonna go false.
False.
Yes. Chachi and Others. Unfortunately, we know this one all too well.
This is our favorite chord.
So it's not really fair, but Chachi and Others died 1988. A poodle named Chachi fell from a 13th floor balcony in Buenos Aires, hitting a woman on the street below, killing both. An onlooker from a crowd in the street was run over by a bus while observing the scene, and a man who observed both incidents died of a heart attack.
I'm gonna go true.
It's almost as if you mentally were prepared for this exact part. It is in fact true.
We were mentally prepared.
Yes.
We've had an advantage.
Yeah. We had our nice little shots of Magic Mind.
Yeah. It keeps us on, on the ball.
Oh, well, someone should have told Chachi. She was on the woman on the concrete.
Well, you never know. Chachi might have been on the ball and then, bounced out the window and down and, splattered a woman and then bus splattered a person.
Kind of ironic, though.
Huh.
Because you guys mentioned Magic Mind, and that's healthy, and these people died.
Yes. Maybe if they had some Magic Mind, they wouldn't have died in a stupid way.
Ha! I like that. Plus, it kind of rhymed a little bit.
They would be a little bit smarter and because of the nootropics that are in it.
Well, plus, it helps with your focus and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the dude who was watching from the crowd would have been more focused on where he was and not been in the way of the bus.
And he would have had the energy to do it.
Yeah, not only that, but that old man wouldn't have had a heart attack because he wouldn't have watched 3 people die. Well, technically 2 people and a dog.
Yes.
But dogs are peoples too.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
They are.
yes.
They are fur peoples.
I mean, I don't know what they're for, but they could be against stuff too.
They're furples?
Furples.
Furples? Yeah. Okay. Furples. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, they got doctors and scientists, proving that, this stuff is good for you.
And that it's safe.
And it comes as a topic of people dying. Quite ironic and unfortunate.
Very ironic and very unfortunate.
I was so hoping for Chachi.
I'm so glad we got that.
All right.
I do feel it was a little bit of a cheat to go ahead and take the move for it, because we do love that card.
Eh.
It's like the only card I absolutely remember just from the name.
Yes.
All right, we got Sam Patch. Born 1807, died 1829. The first famous American daredevil. 10,000 people gathered to see Patch jump from a great height into the
Nicaragua?
Niagara.
There we go. River at the foot of the falls. In 1829, later that year, he jumped into the Genanese River, but didn't resurface. His body was found months later, frozen into the winter ice.
Oh,
That's cold.
Suck.
True.
False.
He is now Sam Patch Ice.
I'm gonna say false.
False? True? It is true.
Yes! Suck it, old man.
Period has moved up again.
Sorry, they needed to patch that hole.
Pier Paolo Pasolini. Triple P, I'm gonna call him.
He had plans! Important plans!
I was about to say, try and say that 3 times fast.
No. Born 1922, died 1975. A celebrated director and writer, Pasolini was murdered, run over several times by his own car. A young man admitted the killing but retracted almost 30 years later. He claimed to have only confessed because his family had been threatened. Gangsters were suspected and the case was reopened but has never been solved.
Huh.
That is so much detail.
That's a lot of detail, but that also sounds like something you would hear on like
Unsolved mysteries.
Yeah, Unsolved Mysteries.
It's like the Chicago of wherever that was.
I'm gonna go true.
Same.
Correct answer is, in fact, true.
Yes!
Catching up to you, old man.
Yeah.
It's the fact that there were so many details is why I thought it was true, because it's like, why would you put in him, the guy retracting the statement saying that, you know, his family was threatened and they thought the mob, that just... John A. Roebling, born in 1806, died in 1869.
Made the Roebling Bridge.
That's what I was thinking.
Engineer Roebling, who designed the Brooklyn Bridge,
It's the magic mind. I'm telling you.
I was about to say,
It's
it's
the
the magic
magic
mind.
mind.
Yeah.
was studying where to place the bridge when an East River ferry arrived, crushing his toes.
Ow.
I mean, I would say put the bridge over a body of water, but what do I know? After amputations, he died 3 weeks later of complications. His bridge would eventually put all ferry companies on the river out of business.
True.
I'm gonna go true.
True.
Coming for you, old man.
I love that. Roebling Bridge? Engineer?
William Bullock. Born
Bollocks.
1813, died 1867. Bullock invented the rotary printing press. While installing one of his presses for the Philadelphia newspaper, he made last-minute adjustments, trying to kick a belt into place. His machine crushed his leg, and he died during the leg's amputation. Think twice before kicking that copy machine.
True.
True.
It is, indeed, a true.
Yay!
That was another one that seemed too damn stupid.
A lot of amputations and it not going well.
I think he has a funny name. And by funny, I mean hard to pronounce.
Yes. Jean-Francois Pilatre de Rosière.
What about someone's derriere?
What about my derriere?
It's really big.
Damn Skippy.
Born 1754, died...
Everything's big about you except what's below the waist.
Ouch.
Born 1754, died 1785. Pilatre de Rosière was one of the 2 men aboard the first ever manned balloon flight in 1783. Less impressive was de Rosière's attempt to cross the English Channel. The balloon suddenly deflated, and de Rosière and his companion were killed in a 1,500-foot fall to the ground.
Sounds like the Rosier became a grenadier.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
I'm gonna go true.
False.
Correct answer is true.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I suck at this.
Yo. I assume he got a difficult name to say.
Dan Anderson.
Not at all.
No. Well, with Kyle.
Born 1888.
If it's more than 3 letters, then yeah.
Yeah. But if it's like 12 letters, it's just fine.
That is not true. It's at least 12 letters. An acclaimed author. Oh, born 1888, died 1920. An acclaimed author in his native Sweden. Anderson died from hotel cleaning.
Housekeeping, I kill you.
He was staying in a Stockholm hotel where he ended up with a syndrome that had used hydrogen. I added the syndrome part. He was staying in a Stockholm hotel that had used hydrogen cyanide to clear an infestation of bedbugs. The staff neglected to air out the room afterwards, and Anderson and another hotel guest were poisoned. So, wait, hold on a second. They wanted to get rid of bed bugs, so instead made bed corpses?
Yes. I'm gonna go false, though.
Me too.
True.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
The fuck? Huh.
Neutral my ass. I mean, Switzerland's the actual neutral one, but still.
Constance Carey. Born 1889.
What does Constance carry?
Exactly. Died 1936. Carey was a fortune teller in Sussex, England. At one séance, she announced that she had made contact with the spirit of Victorian serial killer Jack the Ripper. Just as she was about to reveal his real name, she fell forward on the table, stone dead. An investigation into her death was inconclusive. He killed beyond the grave.
True.
It is indeed false.
Yes! No.
No, that's fine. You could just
No.
no, you just switch us back
No.
around.
Somehow I actually, managed to, be in this game.
Astor Opera House audience members.
Audience members.
Bet you it's a fire.
Died 1849. American actor Edwin Forrest and British actor William McCready were fierce rivals. Both men were simultaneously playing Macbeth in different New York City theaters.
You're not supposed to say that name.
Forrest's fans disrupted McCready's performance and rioting ensued. At least 22 people were killed.
So, not a fire. It was a riot.
People really liked the play. Very invigorating. It was right.
I'm gonna go true.
I'm going to go false, even though I think it's true, just because in case we're wrong.
That way
Danny
he
won't
doesn't
win.
move.
True.
We would have both been right. Son of a bitch. I was afraid if we were wrong,
He would get the win.
because it sounded believable. And I didn't want him to automatically win.
You want me to work for it?
Hells yeah.
I want you to look for it.
Nathan Davies. Born 1905, died 1957. Davies, an avid fisherman, journeyed to Australia. Oh, that's a bloody fucking mistake. He journeyed to Australia in the summer of 1957.
Wasn't a good day, mate.
While spearfishing outside Melbourne, Australia, he accidentally speared his leg. The blood attracted many sharks, thus Davies became the catch of the day.
How? If you're spearing, you...
Manta ray.
Crikey.
True.
True.
Oh, god damn it. It was false.
Oh. Oh, shit. Kyle's in this.
Both Kyle and I are one spot away from the win.
I would have believed that until it got to the sharks. It's like, of all the things in Australia to die from. Sharks.
It makes sense.
It does, but there's so much poisonous shit.
Yeah, but sharks.
Yeah.
All right, well,
But
this
also, the accidentally spearing your leg. What the fuck?
this will determine the winner.
Not necessarily. If we both get it wrong.
Oh, that's true. If you both get it wrong,
Then it'll be a three-way tie to see who gets the win.
That'd be really cool. I don't think we've ever done that before.
I
no.
don't think so either.
How did I go from all the way back here? I just got a lucky streak.
Billy Wake. He did not. Born 1932.
But the good news is, everyone went to his.
Yes. Died 1975. Wake was not the brightest man, Kyle. He'd
Fuck.
been worried for months that the lightning conductor on his house in North Carolina was faulty. But it wasn't until a storm hit that he decided to fix it, Kyle. Climbing on the roof to inspect, he was struck by lightning.
Kyle. True.
I can't lose.
Which one you going for, Kyle?
True.
You're going for true?
I.
False.
Oh.
Oh my god. It is a three-way tie, one space to go.
For once, I don't think death's going to get anybody.
Jasper Vinal, born 1590, died 1624. Vinal was the first known fatality playing the sport of cricket. Vinal, a fielder, was struck in the forehead by a batsman who was trying to hit the ball a second time, allowed at the time, to avoid being caught. Now that's a sticky wicket.
Oh.
That was a sticky wicket that it was.
Problem is, like, it's so dumb. But that's like the point.
I don't know much about cricket.
It's like baseball with harder ball and like a wooden like paddle bat.
And
From-
nobody hits a home run.
From what I've seen about it, it's like baseball with polo.
Yeah, kind of. That's how it looks to me. But also, you know, everyone has to like hop everywhere and sing.
While they're looking for Marco.
Polo.
Jiminy.
Cricket.
So since I know nothing about this, I'm going to do this at random. Since it's a three-way tie. That way, if I say true, you could say false and one of us would win. So, I don't know which is which.
Actually, if one of you gets it wrong, I move into the
No,
win
you
with
don't.
you.
We have to both get it wrong for you to win.
I Okay, never mind.
So, I'm going to show you what my answer is, and I'm not going to look at it.
It is down to Kyle.
True.
All right, what did I put? Oh, I also put true.
You guys are not going to believe this. The answer is true.
Holy shit. You got lucky. I struggled so hard with that decision.
Can you take a look at the rule book and see?
What rule book?
What happens on a tie?
Yeah, because
Where's the rule book? It's on the back.
we've never had a tie.
No, never.
Says it comes with instructions.
Yes, it does.
Where are the instructions?
Shh.
Shall we call it a player's win?
It's not even showing in the instructions.
Well, I know that there's instructions because you've read from them before.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Danny, I need you to do me a favor and go through your house real quick and find the instructions.
All right, give me about 5.5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Give us 1 second. Okay, so Kyle looked it up on Google, and there is nothing in the rules about ties. So, me and Kyle win, and Danny is the loser.
I can't believe that happened.
Which I didn't die, so how did I...
And here's the thing. Well, you weren't the first to the red space.
I wasn't the first to red space,
And
but I
here's the
didn't
thing.
die.
He was 1 space away, too. That was insane.
None of us used our guardian angels.
Yeah.
Death wasn't even really close to any of us ever.
That is absolutely the first time that has ever happened.
Yeah.
For us, anyways.
That's
Holy crap.
wild.
And I started out, horribly.
Yeah.
And then just somehow... I think I should actually be the winner because you got Chachi. That was unfair.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But
That was completely random. I've never heard of a dog named Chachi.
how'd you know it was a dog?
Because you
Because
said
it was a
poodle.
Second one?
Yeah, we'll do a second one. Because
Okay.
usually Danny wins these, because, him and Death are like this.
Known him a long time.
Yeah.
He's like that brother who had the invisibility cloak in Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
So who's reading first?
Well, you read last.
That's
so
true.
I'll read.
Okay.
Attila the fucking Hun. Great. So, literally a well-known historical figure. Sure, why not? Born c. 406, died 453. Attila the Hun was one of the most feared military leaders of all time, leading his armies across vast swaths of Europe. But he didn't die in battle. During his wedding night feast, after heavy drinking, he suffered a severe nosebleed and choked to death. What?
Yeah.
Attila the Hun died like that?
True.
I may have given it away by kind
But,
of...
well, no, we've had this one before.
We have?
Yeah.
And we had already drawn our cards before you said anything.
Yeah.
I'm just seriously, he died from that?
Yeah.
Which is why I thought I gave it away, because it's it kind of acknowledged that I was seriously, that's how he died?
But yeah, that's how he died. His burial site is also still unknown.
Well, that's not true. They know the country.
I was about to say, they know the country, that's about it. Michael J. Burgess.
At least it's not Fox.
Yes.
Dude. Don't make jokes like that.
Born 1951, died 1982. After a California forest fire was extinguished, Burgess was discovered in a tree, burned to death. Strangely, he was wearing scuba diving equipment. Investigators concluded he had been swimming in a nearby lake and was scooped up by a water bomber used to douse the fire. They did a episode on CSI about this.
That's specific.
Specifically that happening, yeah. Except it then turned out to not actually be true. Some guy killed someone and then put him in the forest in his scuba equipment gear, but because of the heat, the oxygen tank blew up and it launched the dude into a tree, and yeah.
This is so dumb.
I'm going to say true.
But it's so cool. But it's so dumb.
But it's so dumb. But it is so false.
Oh.
I was pretty sure that's what I chose.
Mhm.
That's what I meant to choose.
Randy Morrison, born 1950, died 1973. Before Halloween, Morrison tried out his gorilla costume. Evidently, it was convincing. A gentleman spotted Morrison and reported the beast to the police. They shot the gorilla with a sedative dart, intending to tire him. For a human, however, the dose proved fatal.
That's what you get for monkeying around.
False. That story's way too bananas.
I'm gonna go false as well.
False is the correct answer.
Just the fact that no one could tell that it was a costume did it for me.
Especially in 1973.
It was in 1973?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Would have been 23 years old.
Yep.
King Cassie.
Yeah.
Born 1935, died 1966. Not really?
What?
It literally says that he died in 1966. Not really.
Read the card.
Read on. I'm intrigued.
In one of the most elaborate fake suicides... I should just... In one of the most elaborate fake suicides we've found, the author and merry prankster died in 1966, attempting to escape marijuana charges. Friends left his truck and a suicide note by a California cliff, while Cassie fled to Mexico. When he returned 8 months later, he was jailed for 5 months. What the f-
I'm gonna go true.
Yeah, me too.
It is true. That was weird.
Maria, Donna.
God, no.
His reaction was even better than that. He just kept going.
I wasn't expecting.
That was funny, but that just kept getting funnier and funnier.
Born 1947, died 1982.
Damn.
That's a weird way to start a sentence, but sure. Camel saliva is a common ingredient
No, it's not.
in female beauty products, but can be highly toxic in large doses.
I mean, to be fair, it's really easy to come by.
When Miss Connor posed for a picture with a camel, it bit her face. The saliva in the wound led to Connor's she had a heart attack.
Cardiac arrest.
Yes. But the picture turned out well.
I'm going false.
I gotta go true. I know it's probably false, but what the fuck?
It is indeed false.
God.
I can just see it now. You got a bunch of women lining up, camels spitting all over the place, wiping it all over their faces. What are you doing? It's beauty.
Yeah.
Horace Wells, born 1815.
That's where spitting image comes from.
Oh my God.
Spit shine.
Horace Wells, born 1815, died 1848. Wells was an American dentist who pioneered the use of anesthesia during dental procedures. He became addicted to chloroform and was jailed for committing crimes under its influence. He killed himself in prison by slitting his wrist, having first taken chloroform to ease the pain.
False.
Yes, false.
The answer is true.
That is not how chloroform works. Now, to be
I would not have
fair-
guessed that.
To be fair, it's not like the knockout that it's always portrayed as in movies.
Yeah.
You have to like hold it over their head, mouth, whatever, for like, oh god, 2
And ask him to
minutes.
smell this handkerchief.
Well, you need to do it for like
Does this smell funny?
2 minutes,
Yeah.
and like they can't breathe, or it you gotta like.
And how do you know this?
I
Look on his
studied
face.
Joseph Ignace Guillotine.
Huh?
Do you think he invented the guillotine? And it was used on him? That would be funny. I invented this thing to kill the prisoners. That's great. Guess what? You're a prisoner now.
Born
Fuck!
1730. Well, actually, he'd be French, so he'd be Mazafakia.
Magnifique!
Nerd.
Born 1738, died 1814. Now for the real treat. Dr. Guillotine was a French physician, best remembered for the instrument of execution he invented, the guillotine. When he fell out with the bloodthirsty revolutionary Robespierre, Dr. Guillotine was appropriately executed with his own creation.
It's too perfect. False.
False.
Damn! I wanted that to be true.
Wait, literally, I'm sitting there reading the card, and he said, wouldn't it be funny if it was this? Fucking this!
It would have been funnier if it was true.
No, that would have been poetic as shit.
That's why it would have been funnier.
Archibald Wavell.
Wait.
Born C. 1883, died 1950. Field Marshal Wavell was a career soldier, serving most famously as the commander of British forces in North Africa, then India. He survived World War II, but not the country lanes outside Oxford. He swerved on his motorbike to avoid hitting a peacock in the road, and died in the resulting crash.
Peacock.
That
peacock.
cock fucked him.
It sure did. It made him a P.
He cocked that all up.
In R-A-P.
True.
True.
It is indeed false.
Oh,
Frack.
You've been cocked.
that's some poppycock.
This is familiar.
That's some poppycock right there.
Yeah?
Sigurd Eysteinsson?
Do you know?
Cover up everything but the name and show me. Or that. Yeah.
Sigurd
Steinson.
Eysteinsson.
Born 832, died 892.
That's oddly specific time.
Sigurd I of Orkney conquered most of northern Scotland. He decapitated his buck-toothed opponent and stuck the man's head on his saddle as a trophy. As Sigurd rode, his leg kept rubbing against the foe's teeth, causing a cut on one leg. It became infected and led to blood poisoning.
I'm gonna go false.
What a weird way to bite it.
Like, that just... So that's specific, but that's oddly specific for that time.
Correct answer is true.
What the fuck? You imagine fucking dying and going to the afterlife? What'd you die from? I don't want to talk about it.
Dude, that is the best revenge ever. Like, he was so dedicated to revenge, he did it posthumously. Pope John the 11th. 12th. Pope John the 12th.
XII.
Yes.
Aye, Captain.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Born 1930, died 1964. Holy crap, there have been a lot of Pope Johns.
Yes.
Not all popes have respected the vows of their office. No fucking shit. John the 12th is said to have died from an adulterous affair. Various accounts report he either was killed by the angry husband of his lover or died of a stroke while in flagrant delicto. He delicto the affair partner. Either way, not such a holy end. I don't know if he was in the middle of having sex. I'm pretty sure that there was a holy end.
True.
False.
True.
Oh.
What they're not saying is it probably wasn't an angry husband. It was probably an angry father.
It was probably delicting.
Delicting that holy end. Why am I getting all the legitimately famous people?
John Horrocks?
They weren't that scary.
Horrocks?
Horrocks.
Horrocks?
Horrocks.
John Horrocks. Born 1818, died 1846. Horrocks was a pioneer and explorer of 19th century Australia. That's unlucky. He subjected himself to constant risk of death in thousands of truly dangerous situations. Well, yeah, you're in Australia.
I was thinking the exact same fucking
Everything
thing, bro.
wants to kill you there.
Ultimately, he died when an ill-tempered, wait for it, camel, while shifting its weight, accidentally hit the trigger of Horrocks' gun.
False.
Camels are dangerous, man.
Talk about backshot.
They're Beauty and the Beast.
I'm gonna go true just because I want it to be.
It is indeed true.
Oh my god.
Yes. Fucking A, man.
Oh.
Of all things to be killed by in Australia, you die from a fucking camel.
Not only that, but the
Pulling
camel,
the trigger
the
of
camel
your gun.
shot you.
That is crazy. David Lazarus. Born 1946, died 1974.
But did he?
I think I think he had the pit.
Think he rose? Lazarus, a
No,
New Zealander.
There wasn't enough room on the door.
Lazarus, a New Zealander. I said it right the first time. Now I'm sounding like Kyle.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
A New Zealander loved golf, but his hobby proved to be his downfall. Trying to reach the 14th green, his ball hit a tree, bounced back, and struck him on the temple, killing him instantly. Adding insult to injury, he had earlier scored his first hole-in-one, but did not live to celebrate.
That fucking sucks.
Oh, that
False.
would suck.
I'm gonna go true.
Correct answer. False.
Fuck.
Oh crap! He's catching up.
That would be terrible.
Maisie Short.
Was she?
I have no idea. Her life was.
Hmm.
Born 1905, died 1923.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
short.
The illusion of sawing a woman in half, oh god, I know what this is going, was publicly performed first in 1921. Some amateurs attempted it, including 19-year-old Edward Short of Sussex, England. In attempting to impress his friends, he practiced on his younger sister, but without full knowledge of the illusion's mechanics, things ended in tragedy.
True.
True.
False.
What?
What?
It's false. Which, I mean, luckily for me, keeps me away from death, but also luckily for Maisie, her life wasn't as short.
That's true.
What?
Oh boy. What's it look like?
A bunch of fucking words. Actually, a bunch of fucking A's and N's.
What?
Queen Sadana Kamarita Ratanata.
Kumareratana.
Easy for you to say.
Apparently. Kumareratana.
Born 1860, died 1880.
Man, it's over 12 letters. What can I say? Interplanetary purpley thorny dragon.
Now say the.
The.
Born 1860, died 1880. Queen Sadana of Siam was traveling on her royal boat to the Summer Palace.
I'm a camel.
The boat capsized, and she drowned in full view of many of her subjects.
And camels.
They were forbidden to touch her on pain of death, and therefore could not rescue her.
Oh, that's some shit.
Save me! Save me! We can't. If we do, we die. But I'm dying!
True.
True.
It is indeed true.
Hells yeah.
Move that gray motherfucker up.
Move that gray motherfucker back.
That was one of those things that, like, that could be legit,
Especially with it being...
like, royalty and shit. You know,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you do not touch me, peasant. And then your dying's like, peasant,
Please touch me.
save me. I can't touch you. You'll kill me. No, I won't. I promise. I was like, I don't believe you. What?
I think she died.
Al Mustazim.
Sorry. The sound of the water is drowning you out.
Yeah.
Oh, screw you. That was funny.
Al Mustazim. Born 1213, died 1258. Al Mustazim was the Caliph of Baghdad when Mongols invaded the city.
Wait, I'm sorry. He's the Wiz Khalifa of Baghdad?
Since they thought it was unlucky to shed royal blood, they rolled him up in a carpet and had him trampled to death by horses.
Yes, because there's no blood from that.
No. Eternal bleeding.
Spillage.
I want to say it's true just because that sounds... I'm going to go true.
Same.
It is true.
Just because that sounds like something
Out
the
of
Mongols would be like, well, we're not going to spill your blood. Oh, thank God. We are going to trample you to death. Say what?
So what now? Let's
I-
talk this over.
The thing about that kind of got me was very like the royal blood, not shedding it, but it was just the way that it was carried out was very still brutal,
Yeah.
so it sounded legitimate. Lizzie Newsom, born 1951, died 1977. Newsom, of Campbelltown, Australia, liked drinking. She was certainly drunk one night when she came home from the local pub. Good place to get drunk.
Yes.
She slipped on her doormat, and as she fell, her scarf, which had a lucky rabbit charm dangled, caught on her front door handle. I can't say handle.
Angled.
I can't say handle, but I can say kumiratana. Anyway, it caught on her door handle, strangling her to death. Dan, how tight did she have that scarf?
False.
God damn it.
I'm also gonna go with false because I see it.
Read another one. We don't count that.
Dumbass.
I just see him slap it down. I'm like, yeah.
My dumbass put the card down face up.
Now, to my credit, I didn't even see him put it down, so I was legitimately taking false.
I saw him put it down. I was gonna put false either way, but when I saw him put it down, I was like, well, that confirms it.
I can't believe I did that.
I can't believe you did that, dumbass.
Yeah.
Damas.
It's Dumas. Reverend James Irving. Born 1846, died 1900. Irving, a South London parish priest, died after drinking poisoned wine. A batch of 4 bottles was sent anonymously to him and to 3 other priests in the area, though luckily none of the others were consumed. No one was ever charged with the crime, but police suspected local Satanists were responsible.
I'm thinking a little.
Emphasis on little.
True.
True.
False.
Ah,
They know who did it.
it was them.
It was the priests sent them to each other.
You know, touchy touchy.
I
I touchy touchy.
Hey, don't put it down until people have guessed.
Huh. I got a famous one.
Hey, what's me for once?
Orville Wright.
Redenbacher.
Yes. Born
Or as my grandma used to say, oral cocksucker.
Born 1871, died 1948. Orville Wright was running late for a scheduled flight, so he rushed to the airport, speeding. He died in a car crash and didn't make the flight.
True.
It is indeed false.
What?
I got... Oh my god, the Bright Brothers are from here, and I got that wrong.
Well, it's not the Wright brothers. It's just someone with the name.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
I
Is that-
blame you because you pre-framed it with someone famous.
Well, that is someone famous. Orville Wright.
Not if it's not that one. He was just.
But the
another
name is
schmuck.
famous. But the name is famous. And it talks about flights.
Marie Curie,
Madame Curie.
born 1867, died 1934. The first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes, Curie was celebrated for her pioneering research into radioactivity.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, the dangers of radiation poisoning were not fully understood at the time. She contracted a deadly bone marrow disease from her continued exposure to radioactive materials. And they are both telling me true, and they are both correct.
Yeah.
Damn, Danny, you almost got dead.
But still, none of us lost our guardian angels,
No.
but Kyle has won again.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's
How
not
much
there.
you know about?
Oh, my nipple.
I win!
A hungry hippo.
I'm the only one left on the board.
Yeah, you're right there.
Death wins. What are you talking about? This guy's way too handsome.
Agreed.
Not only
Agreed.
that, but he has a bigger shaft.
Yes. And he knows how to use it.
Not this time.
So, Danny,
Yes.
where can they find us?
You can find us everywhere that there is social media, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, you name it, we got it. If you don't like us, then you can voice your displeasure at geekositypodcast@gmail.com.
Wait, hold on a second. How can they voice it over email?
He's got a good point there. How can they voice it over email? If it's email, it's written.
Well, they
It's
can
type it.
Yeah, you can type out your displeasure with us at geekositypodcast@gmail.com.
Dot.
Oh, yeah, we forgot something,
Yes.
didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So, let's remember it.
So, because we took our Magic Mine,
Yes, we did.
they are also offering anyone who wants a 20% off one-time purchase or a 48% off.
Starting to sound like me over there.
Yeah, I know. My words are getting all jumbled and stuff.
The first subscription.
Yeah, the first subscription. You use the code Geekosity20 at checkout. That's GEEKOCITY 20.
All caps.
All caps. Yes, all caps.
And you can claim it at https://magicmind.com/geekosity20.
And the link to that will also be in the description. .com.
.com. Any final thoughts, Kyle? Do we really need any?
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun to see a Portuguese poltergeist panther in a pantsuit.
We got to get you Magic Mind.
Yeah.